Experiencing the Gulf Islands is like stepping into a different world. A slower, more simple way of life, unique artisans, and delicious backyard gardening. Perched between Vancouver Island and the mainland is Quadra Island. One of the Discovery Islands, Quadra is just a 10-minute ferry ride from Campbell River.
The end of the 19th century were the first settlers on the island, and they farmed and logged and began the fishing industry that became so important to Campbell River.
The ferry from Campbell River to Quadra Island can carry about 65 vehicles, but we rode our bikes over with island joyrides. It was a true island experience, and yes, Mother Nature challenged us with a day of rain. Our first stop is at one of the incredible artists the island is known for. Earthlight Pottery is just a 10-minute ride from the ferry. The mugs, bowls, and jugs have coastal and island designs and can even stand up to the rain. But soon we found ourselves in their garden.
Wow. That is so sweet. Holy.
It wasn't planned, but hey, that's island life for you. Then we hopped back on our bikes and took the off-road trail to our next destination, Rebecca Spit, finding this sign along the way.
It's a pretty amazing geographical feature. It's must be a kilometer long anyway. And it separates Drew Harbor on our left, where you can see some boats moored. And in the summertime, this is often packed with sailboats and motorboats. And then from the open strait on this side, Cortez Island, Reed Island on that side.
You can drive or ride your bike down the Spit. Our onboard camera proving the gravel can be a bit bumpy, but not bumpy enough to take away from these true West Coast views. But it's our next artisan stop at Bill's Rockfish that proves every island visit is unique.
These are all local fish.
Oh, okay.
William Van Orden is Bill's Rockfish. He's been making these replica fish for 10 years and seems to know everything possible about the fish that live around the islands.
And there's some real unusual fish here, some really deep water fish.
He's made replicas of all kinds of fish: rockfish, long-nosed lancet, wolf eels, starfish, and sturgeon. He says he's made more than 700 of them, all from a mold he makes from the real thing.
I had made molds of Alfred E. Newman's head for the ends of a bench, and I had rubber left over, molding rubber, and my kids caught a fish, and we poured it on the fish, and then we poured concrete in there after. And then we just kept going from there.
Now Van Orden uses polyurethane to make the fish, and his collection just keeps on growing. Back out on the road, it seems we just keep on climbing.
Like most islands, it's hilly, which makes for interesting riding and means you earn your lunch every time. But again, like most islands, the traffic is pretty limited. The ferry comes in and there'll be a little burst of traffic, but most of the roads are pastoral and quiet and pleasant.
And after a drizzly morning on the island, it's time to stop for lunch, warming up with some soup at Harriet Bay Inn. Then it's back to catching another ferry and having to say goodbye to another island experience. On Quadra Island, I'm Nikki Ewanyshyn for The Daily.